See if this works. See if anybody shows up. Oh, there's two already. I wonder who's here. Do you? Do you wonder who's here? Let's see if they say who's here. Probably your mama. Three. There's three. Tell me who's here. It's just me and the bad dog. Oh, someone went away. Give a few minutes for people to get here. And Darla's not here tonight. She's visiting children and grandchildren. So it's just me and Mr. Wonderful. And he's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Nobody's going to tell me who's here? Come on. At least tell me. Seven. Well, hello, Julio. You're the brave one. Thanks for saying hi. How you doing? Phil's here. All right, another one. Just you and me, Bill. Yeah. Hey, Cagey's here. But there's one way to get Cagey to be here. I got the little treat thing right here. So he'll stay close. Anybody else gonna let me know? Let's see. I'll stick around until it gets political. I thought you liked the political stuff. Yeah, I don't get too political. There's always too much. There's too much going on. I am going to talk a little bit about the LTVA thing because I think a lot of people kind of got the wrong opinion of that. So we'll talk about that, and we'll find something to talk about. YMP Admiral, hi, how you doing? Glad you're here. I'm actually 15 minutes early, so. Oh, Darla, are you on here? DDK, where's DDK? I'll tell you, I found a really great way to get your wife to pay attention to you. So I'll tell you about that. And I didn't even plan it. Huh. Where's your mom? Where's mommy? I don't know, but I know where the treats are. And I want a treat. Huh. Oh, well, she's gone, so I've just been trying to do some projects, but kind of been hitting some block walls on it. Trying to get my lawnmower fixed. And I rebuilt the engine and it's all put together, and I had the wrong coil. I had the wrong coil, so I can't start it. So working on that. Coming home from taking Darla to my daughter's, I ran over a Walmart bag on the road and it stuck to my tire. And I heard this horrible flapping noise and it was driving him crazy for about maybe 15 seconds, and then it was gone. I was going to pull over and I thought, well, man, I'm really close to home. I'm just going to get home in case there's a problem. And I got my truck. So we got home and I looked around the car. I couldn't see anything. Of course, it'd been raining. It was dark, getting dark. So I just went in. And then the next morning I got up and went out. Of course, the car was still wet, and I'm looking. I got down and looked. I thought maybe one of the CV boots came off, and then I thought, well, maybe it's the serpentine belt. And on this car, I'll tell you what, man, you can't even see it. Like all I could do was feel it, and it felt okay. And so I went out. I checked all the oil and coolant and everything. Everything looked good. So I thought, well, I'll go get breakfast. I went over to the little restaurant, and when I came out, the sun was shining on that left front fender, and it looked like someone had taken sand and just rubbed the fender. And so I drove home, and I had some mild cutting stuff, and I got it on a towel. I started wiping it, and this stuff came right off. And what it was a Walmart bag, and it was just slapping the side of the fender, and it just, I could take my thumbnail on the edge and just take it, and it would just like fiber, man, plastic fiber. Anyway, I got it all cleaned back up and looking good again. So anyway, that was another project, but it's always something around here. It's crazy, but I'll tell you one thing that's nice is it's nice and cool right now. It actually, this morning I came out and I sat down in my chair and I about jerked out of my skin, man. It was so cold. It was like in the 50s this morning. So, Cage, what a good doggy. Yeah. Hi, Tim. How you doing? He's a good doggo. You are a good doggo. But here's why he's being good, man. He got a little bit yelled at today because I had him outside when we got a new steel um, weed whacker, and I was outside weed whacking, and man, he disappeared. I couldn't find him, and I was yelling at him, and I started to go for a walk, and here he come, man. I don't know where he went, but he doesn't. The main thing is that he doesn't go out in the street, doesn't go in the neighbor's yard or go in the yard behind me. But sometimes he likes to go in that yard behind me, so I don't know. How's about that big fine of a big beer? Big fine of what? Fire. What? Big fire. What of a beer? I don't get it. How's about that big fire? Oh, I don't know. I don't know that one. Maybe I'm not up to date on that. West. There was a fire, huh? Oh, the big fire out. Oh, yeah, in San Bernardino. Yeah, well, we used to live up there. They're evacuating where we used to live. We lived in Crestline for a couple of years, and then we moved down to the desert. So it was just too cold up there, man. It was beautiful in the summertime. You had like 3 months of beautiful weather, and then the rest of the time it was windy and cold and snowing, and oh man, it was too much. And I've been going up there. We had, when I was a kid, my mom bought a little cabin, and I did a lot of work on that cabin. That was supposed to be part of mine, but I got kind of cut out of that deal. But we used to go up there all the time. I loved it as a kid, and then Darla and I moved up there, and it's different when you live there year round, a little bit tougher. Wait till you build the house. Endless maintenance, in and out. Looks good when done. Well, today I went out there and staked it out. So hopefully, there's supposed to be a guy calling me tomorrow. He wanted to come and look and see and give me an idea if he could do it, wanted to do it, give me an idea of what it's going to cost and all that. Basically, right now, all I really want to do is get the outside done and closed. And then probably most of what's going to happen after that is going to just be me doing it. And Darla, she's good at doing tile work. So I'll turn her on, let her go in the shower. But we're going to use the bigger tiles. Trying to do those little tiles is a real pain in the tail feathers. So we're going to do tile in the shower and make it nice. And I actually am kind of popping the two bedrooms out 8 feet further, and it's going to kind of be using the wall of the new add-on part. That'll be the walls part of the bedroom. So it's just going to make it a little bit bigger. Um, should look pretty nice. The I mean, we need to get this set up so that for some reason, if oh, see now I can't turn. I'll tell you this story here. Anyway, oh, it's John, friend of mine. Anyway, it's just to the point where I don't know what's going to happen. Like I was starting to talk about that LTVA, they're talking about raising the price to $600 for the season, which when you look at the price, I mean, $600 and it's like 7 months. I mean, you really can't, you can't stay anywhere really for that much unless you're going out in the BLM where you're out in the middle of nowhere where they don't charge you. But the thing is they're charging you for amenities like water, sewer, and trash. And I've heard, I've never stayed out there, but I have friends that stay out there all the time, and they say, there's no water pressure, and it's hard to be able to dump your tanks, and then they don't haul the trash away, and it's just kind of it's going to be a little loud because I got all the windows and doors open because it's so nice. Oh, hi, Louie. Anyway, I think if they wanted to triple the price, over triple the price, they probably should have maybe got that stuff working first. 660 compared to what in the past? Well, it was 180 before, and now it's going to be 600. So I don't know. I like being able to take a shower every day. I like having electricity. I like having my TV working, and it just it's really dirty out there. People are always driving by. And you got a lot of dust and stuff. I mean, um, hey Barry, yeah, it's next year. Well, that's one thing I was going to say. This year, when you go there, you're going to pay $180, and they're going to give you a paper, and you kind of fill it out. They want you to give your opinion of it, and of course, I'm sure most of the people are going to say, this is crap. But anyway, they're not going to raise the price till next year. So, but that's how they do it. I mean, well, we told you it was going to be 600. Well, of course, Rhonda Cooper, hi from Nebraska. Haven't seen or watched you for a while. Hope things are going well. They are. They're going really good. Um, I'll tell you, we're happy to be back in Arkansas. It's beautiful. Enjoying now. It's finally cooling down. It's really nice right now. I didn't have the air. This is the first day I haven't ran the air. I turned it off this morning and just opened the windows up and it got up to about 80 degrees, the hottest today. Um, so that wasn't bad. It's pretty good. But anyway, the cost of doing that LTVA, I think everything should be working. And I think when you go over to throw your trash away, the dumpster, there should be room in the dumpster. And when you go to get water, there should be water coming out of the spigot. I mean, if it takes you 5 minutes to fill up a 5 gallon jug, I mean, it takes a long time for people to fill their water tanks. And so you're spend a lot of time in line. And when you're out like that, unless you're not using any water, like if with Darla and I, we'd be taking showers every day, so I'd be in that water line, 2 or 3 times a week. So that would not be fun. But anyway, we actually go to Quartzsite to work, so our expenses are paid. Our campground is paid for and everything like that. So if that wasn't so, then we wouldn't go. We used to go to Quartzsite, and we used to actually stay at Rose RV, which was, you were boondocking, but they had a dump station and a water station right there, and everything worked. They had like 10 dump stations and 10 water stations, so you could get propane. It was a pretty sweet setup, but it's not quite like that out there at LTV. I've never tried to dump out there or anything. Golf courses seem to get priority. Well, yeah, it's I don't know that much about the BLM. I mean, as far as I know, it's not it's not in Quartzsite. It's not in the state of Arizona. It's ran out of D.C. So that will tell you what it's all about. There's my political statement for the night. So anyway, it's kind of painful to spend that kind of money. I know a lot of the people that go out there are people that, like, retired people that maybe have summer jobs, and what they do is they go out there and they collect their social security and stuff, and they're able to save some travel money, or if they don't have a summer job, they could save money there to actually just kind of go somewhere and boondock during the summertime somewhere cool. But once you start raising those prices, it seems like the thing is, once they raise it 600, how long before it's 1,200, and how long before it's 2 grand? Hey, Scott, how you doing, buddy? It just I don't know. It makes it tough on the average guy. Where'd you go, Katie? Hey, here, get up here. People want to see you. Here, you can have another one. Stay here. So anyway, yeah. So Mountain Laurel, hi, Mountain Laurel. Not bad. Cooling down here. Yeah, yeah. It's really nice here today. And what's the best part is the humidity is only like 30%. So we've been running in the 40s to 60% humidity with those 90-degree days. And the thing about Arkansas is, that was one subject I was going to talk about tonight, because Darla and I, most of the time, Darla is like, we shouldn't tell anybody what we think about Arkansas, because, hi, Ronald Silva. Anyway, I like it here. I like it a lot. And the thing is that there's about 2 months out of the year where it's hot, and that pretty much is about maybe a little over half of July, all of August, and a little bit of September. That's the hot part. And then in the wintertime, you basically have January and February is when it's cold. So that's one of the reasons why we like going to Quartzsite. We always try to go to Quartzsite in January, and the only problem with that is it's cold all the way there, freezing cold. Yeah, she does look like Cage. Huh? I actually I traded her for another Boston. That's not Cage. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Hi, Doug. Hi, Rhonda Cooper. Hi, Vince. And hi, Randy Deaver. And it was I think Mary's birthday today, or yesterday, I think. Maybe yesterday. I did wish her a happy birthday. So anyway, yeah, but I'll tell you what, man, this place is I took Darla, I took her to Little Rock. Oh, it was today. Okay. Hey, Jason. And, man, I went a different way. And I kind of there's a place called Y City. And I went out to Y City, and then I came around to Pencil Bluff. And I'll tell you what, man, that area out there is just awesome. It's just really pretty. Hey, Charlie and Diane. Liza Jane. Wow, we're getting a lot of people tonight. Of course, it's 7 o'clock. Now, I started 15 minutes early. I wanted to Cage was having a little stage fright. Wanted to give him a chance to get over it. So, are you over it yet? Yeah? Okay. Don't I have a cute doggy? I love this boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. I don't think Darla's on here. I thought she'd be on here tonight. I'll tell you, you want to the guys out here. I'll tell you how to get your wives to pay attention to you. I went to bed last night and went to sleep, and then I don't know, about 11 o'clock, my phone started dinging. So I woke up. Hi Trey, and Sam loves coffee. Hey buddy. And I went on and I shut off my dinger, and I don't usually, I usually don't get a lot of dings at night, but I always usually shut the phone off. Anyway, I got up this morning and I came out. I was feeding the dog and drinking coffee and making breakfast and that kind of stuff. And I forgot to turn my dinger on. And I mean, I'm usually up about, I'm usually always up by about 5:30. Sometimes earlier than that, but rarely later. But I got up at 6:30 this morning. I slept in, and anyway, I'm sitting here and I'm watching videos, and all of a sudden I hear, and it's my brother. I go, hey, what's going on? I thought, wow, he easily doesn't just jump by. Hey, Mike and Lisa. And anyway, he goes, oh, your wife's calling me saying that, or that she thinks you're dead. I said, really? And I said, well, I wonder why she thought, well, you're not answering your phone. And I went on there. I went, oh, well, here's why. And I turned it on and I just texted her and said, I'll call you in a little while. Anyway, she was like all concerned. I guess she thought I passed away. I don't know. I didn't think I looked that bad. You? Huh. You're getting a lot of attention on here. I hope you're reading all the comments. I wouldn't mind holding up at Senator Wash for the winter. I could resupply the army post nearby. Yeah, there you go. And let's see, just got the end of the conversation. Did they raise the price of quartzite? Well, they raised it for next year, not this year. So at least that's what they're saying. They're wanting everybody to give their 2 cents. They're gonna, when you go there and you pay your money and you go, they're gonna give you a piece of paper and they want you to fill it out. And then when you get ready to leave, you turn it in. And I've seen one guy. I've never seen him on his YouTube channel before. He's pretty small, but he's there right now, and he's just saying, "Man, it's like 113 degrees during the day." And he said that he thought that people should just really tell him what they think. So, hi Maddie, hi Bill and ET. Thank you to all the sweet birthday wishes last Sunday. Well, you're happy birthday again. Anyone who hadn't wished you happy birthday could give another roll at it. But anyway, yeah. So, like I say, Dougie D, he's a big. He likes going out there in the BLM land, and it just I don't know. For me, I prefer to be hooked up. I'm hooked up here. I got full hookups. I don't have to worry about nothing. Although I'll tell you what, I mean, we got that diesel generator, and we could go out there and just turn that thing on and let it run nonstop, and it'll run for a week and on 5 gallons or 6 gallons of diesel. But the problem is the water and the dumping the tanks and all that. I don't want to mess with all that. I'd rather just be in a campground and be able to do it. Oh, let's see, Maddie. Hi, Kate. What did you do? What did not? What? Where'd you go? What did you do with your mom? She's at our daughter's house with the grandbabies. I took her over on Friday, and but the thing is they actually were going into doing full time again, and my daughter was, and they spent about 2 or 3 months. They bought a trailer and they were staying, and they came here and stayed over a week, and then they have they're kind of into the real estate thing, and they had this one house, and it's emptying out, so they want, and they're staying there. So they're going to stay in there for a while. I guess they got some family things they want to take care of on her husband's side, not my daughter's. So let's see. They did not raise prices. They just sent out a questionnaire for feedback. They are also holding meetings where people can give their 2 cents. Right? Yeah. Well, they did raise the price, just not this year. They said next year it will be $600. So I think they want to make sure that it sinks in. I think if they maybe get enough complaints, maybe they might back off on it. I can't disagree with your thoughts there, Bill. Yeah. Hooked up. Love my 1,000 trails. Yeah. Doug says, hi, Mike. Thinking about getting that 1,000 trail membership elite package. Yeah, but I think, well, it depends. There's different packages. We had the people that actually, Uncle Jerry and Aunt Nancy, that taught us, got us involved in this lifestyle. They had that package, but they could stay somewhere for like a month or something like that, and then they had to be gone for 2 weeks, and then they could come back. But you could go to another 1,000 trails, but I don't know. Hi, Ron. How you doing? It's just a proposal right now. No, well, Ron, that's not what I'm hearing. They said that the price thing is pretty much locked in. I think it could change, and I think maybe they're saying that because they want to get used to people thinking that way. But I mean, $600. I mean, they couldn't do 200. Maybe 200, $20 more. Why just boom? And the thing is right now the prices are, and this could be a bad thing. Prices are starting to drop, and the price of gas is coming way down, which is great for us. But the thing is that that's an indication there could be some real bad problems coming with our economy. So, you kind of, when you watch stuff, with the inflation rate and everything, deflation is not what we want. Not hardcore, anyway. Let's see. How loud does Cage snore? He doesn't. He rarely snores. I've had Bostons my whole life, and they all were like real. Mac, our last one, he was a big snorer. But this guy, nah, he's pretty quiet. He's, I'll tell you what, you go to bed with a Boston, you wake up with a St. Bernard, though. I'll tell you what, man, this guy can just really take room out of a bed. He's crazy. Elite is what I have. Oh, okay. I'll give them my 2 cents. There you go. Did you buy a used package? Oh, yeah. Okay. You guys are talking about the thing. So that's what, see, I could have got that one off Uncle Jerry, but it's $750 a year or something. So I don't know. If you're going to stay in, campgrounds, then it's probably a really good thing. But in the last 7 or 8 years, we've never paid for camping anywhere. And we usually have full hookups. But it's usually we're doing something. Like when we go to Kentucky and do fireworks, we don't pay for the hookups. That's part of the program. Did you buy? Okay, let's see. Hello, Terry Burns. Hey, Terry. 29, 29 days directly to next park. Indirectly to next park, 120-day reservation. Yeah. What's giving up? Going up? Well, the LTVA fees in quartzite, supposedly not this year. Bifford, how you doing? Yep, the numbers aren't looking very good on the economy. Well, I don't know. They're I don't know. People are going to get upset if I say anything. Let's see. I wonder when the LTVC raise their price if all regular quartzsite campgrounds will raise their prices to match. Well, they've been raising them. The campground that we stay at every year used to be $200, and it went up 50 2 years ago, and then it went up another 50 last year. So now it's 300. I don't know what it is this year. Passed a new law about sleeping on public land. Yeah, well, I could tell you some stuff about all this, but the bottom line is when they start telling you can't sleep in your car, they tell you that they start raising prices. I mean, the way it works is it starts with a nudge, and then it's a push, and then well you can guess from there on. But used and okay, that you guys are still talking about that. You guys are all talking amongst yourselves. I must be boring here. For states to interpret their way. And Helen. Lady doesn't snare. She is very quiet dog. Yeah. Snore. Sorry. My eyes. After a while of reading these, I can barely read them. Thank you. Freedom. Yeah, well, all I could say is if you're not prepared for some tough times coming, you better start getting prepared. It's getting very close. So, and I think it's, you know, Chucky Schumer let the news out of the bag today or yesterday, and they're gonna document all the illegals in this country so they can vote. So that's the plan. They're afraid to put Trump in jail. They're a little nervous about trying to kill him again. There's a lot of things going on. So they're just going to let the illegals vote. But that may turn against them if they do that, you know. Maybe a whole lot more Americans register and get involved and put a stop to it. Myron Priest, hi, Bill. Let her fly, buddy. Well, I'll tell you, there's some other stuff going on with channels, or they're going through channels and they're going back through your, like some people 10 years of their videos and they're just pulling them off. So I probably have more than a baker's dozen of ones that they might want to pull off. They pulled an old one off the other day, and what it was the music that Darla had gotten through YouTube. They said you couldn't use it. So they demonetized the video. Although when we got the when we put the music on the video, it was through YouTube, so it was fine. It was not a problem. But here years down the road, they said no, you can't use that. So it just, I don't know, just different things going on. We're what we okay. Who else? We want to head to Florida before we come out to Quartzsite, and then parks, and then park in Florida the parks in Florida are pretty expensive. Well, yeah, and most of the campgrounds there um, in Quartzsite, they're pretty reasonable. But you know, I mean, Quartzsite is a truck stop. That's what Quartzsite is. I knew the guy that started the RV week thing. His name was Dick Cloud. He was a really good friend of ours. He passed away about 2 years ago, and I mean, we saw him every year, and we actually worked with him and stuff there. So, I mean, we knew him really good, really good. He had a little Sportster, and I worked on that for him, and you know, I mean, he was just a really good guy. And him and his buddy were the ones that started that whole thing out there. The first time we ever went there was in '07. I don't know exactly when that thing started, but it was quite a while. It was probably in 1990s or something like that when it actually started. Let's see. I just heard moments ago that they're going to change Mount Rainier name. Look up the history on that. I can't believe it. What are they going to change it to? I hear you, Bill. Feel the same way, Ron. Did you hear California tried to give the undocumented, yeah, 150K towards purchase of a new home? Yeah, they don't do that for us. They did shoot it down. What? Well, the legislator they passed it. It had to have been Newsom. He had to be the one that shut it down. He didn't sign it because it was going to him to sign. If he signed it, it was over. It was done. They want to change it to Mount. Okay, I get it. Well, you know that it's called revisionary stuff. You know, they're revising history is what they're doing. They're changing everything. If I could really tell you what I believe, you would probably think I'm crazy, but I have the evidence to back it up because of my research. But the only one that knows it about it is Darla, and she agrees because I in the beginning she thought I was crazy too, but as I kept proving things to her, she now she believes it. So there's what we've been taught is not true, and if you want to know the truth, you need to do your own research, and it's pretty easy to do. I mean, you could just Google somebody's name and get all you. I googled a guy that I known from a long time ago yesterday, and everything popped up. I mean, I could see everything, and I Google myself all the time, and they change it. It changes. My motorcycle thing is pretty much dropped off. It's still there, but not like it used to be. When you used to type in my last name, man, it came up on Google like because people were googling me all the my shop, and now it's. I mean, I'm so far down on the list, but that's good. I'm not there anymore. It doesn't for some reason they're not bombing me on Arkansas. But anyway, you want to come back up here? Come on, come on, come up here. I'll give you a tree if you come up. Come on, sit down. There you go. Yeah, well, the thing about it is that I've had people tell me, well, maybe you should get another channel, start another channel. But the problem with that is that there's so much effort involved in that, and then what I would be discussing if I really got into it, it would be I'd probably be taken off. And do we have freedom of speech in this country or don't we? That's the thing. Do we have freedom of speech or don't we? And if we don't, who's taking it away from us? And that you have to look at everything. You have to look at things that way. You know what I mean? You've seen a lot of stuff happen lately, and all of a sudden you're finding out that people are either not telling you the truth or not telling you anything. You're finding out, that a lot of stuff is really shady, and I don't know. I don't know how you can live in this world and not see it. I mean, it's like, how can you look outside and see the beauty of the world, not see God? How could you look at what's going on in Washington D.C. and see what that is? You know what I mean? That's what you got to be able to do. And if you can't, then you're living in an ulterior, alternate space or something. So um, probably talking too much. Let's see here. Where are the other cookies? What? How our words are more patrolled than the southern border. Now, well, and there's another really big group of people coming right now, and they're gonna take them and they're gonna fly them places. So they're flying people in every day too. That's how they've gotten the numbers down coming over the border. They're actually going to Mexico, putting them on jets and flying them in. Greetings, happy Sunday from Fairy Dust. Hi, Fairy Dust. Absolutely, we have freedom of speech. Don't allow them to take it away. Take that away. Well, I'll tell you what. Friends and family try to take it away. Trust me. There's. It's not just the YouTube and the interweb, man. I mean, there's a lot of people that try to take your free speech away from you. So, but don't step on them. Everyone, I have to go walk the boys. Love and peace to all. Okay, bye, Doug. Later, Doug. The further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those who speak. Yeah, speak it. Well, that's a fact. Yeah. And take, oh, lonely hitchhikers here. Let's see. Howdy, Mr. Bill. Hope you doing good. Y'all hit the thumbs up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let's see. Man, for some reason these glasses are. Doesn't help that I'm going blind in my left eye. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abiding the freedom of, of speech or of the press. Well, you would think that, but they are. That. Thank God those old white guys wrote that. You know, the Constitution, because that's the only thing, that and firearms are the only thing that are holding this country together right now. If those two things were not in play, it would be over with. For the right of the people peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a release of grievances. Well, they got a way around that. It was called lockdowns. America was founded on principles of liberty and freedom, not a desire to use government as a tool to control the behavior of individuals. Okay, you guys carry the ball here for me. Of course, you know what? They'll get you for the comments too, but I don't care. Where's the good looking one at? She's not here. She left. So how is Class A living? Well, you know what? Just before I came on here, he released. See, I think he knows. So what he does now is he releases his videos about 5 to 7, because then he knows I won't have time to watch it and comment on it. So I think I've changed his whole life. Being self-sufficient is very important now. Yeah. Yes, sir. Need to get you up here to visit, Ron. I almost called you today, but I had so much going on, I never got a chance. There you are, Ron Darrell. Howdy. Howdy, y'all. Chris. How you doing, Chris? Yeah. So, is it nice down there, Ron? Is it cool down? I mean, it's a lot nicer today. It's actually pretty cold. It was. I went out and I got my heater because what I do is I plug my electric. I got a big like a stove looking thing, and I plug it into my power, my main power outside, and then that way it's not drawn through the motor home. And then if the electricity cuts off, um, it doesn't. The inverter doesn't try to run it. So any of you that any of you that on property, I'm sure you know about capital gains tax when you sell it. Well, now they want to charge you capital gains on the the price that it goes up, and what they're going to do is force you to sell it. Just had dinner, so feeling relaxed. There you go. Weep the wild winds. Oh, hi, two eggs and Chris. There you go. Mount Laurel saying having a safe and good week ahead. Commercials were running at last week's conclusion of the live stream. Everybody's saying hi. At least everyone knows each other, I guess. Still here at Bill. Yeah. Well, that's good. 54 last night. Yeah. See, it was like that here. And I keep saying, man, I'm ready for it to cool down. And I come out here and sit in this leather chair and it's cold. And I'm not ready for it to be cold. How about we just say 70 all the time? Never changes. So anything else we should talk about? Tax you on the unrealized gains, right? Is what you're talking about. Exactly. Yep. First time we have had the windows open and AC off. That's true. Me too. Okay, finally at Ron Darrell Adventures. See, voting for Kamala is like taking a massive in your pants, then slipping on a fresh pair of sunglasses and confidently claiming everything's under control. Okay. And that's from Valiant Thor. Have a blessed night. Well, I don't know. She comes out of California, and you see, if you want America to be California, then man, I'd say she's your person, man. I moved from California because of what was going on. I mean, I knew firsthand how difficult it was to have a business in California after having three businesses basically shut down by the government. By just the the things that were going on, and then of course it wasn't always California, but it was government, involvement. I had an electronics company, man. That thing was it was just a cash cow is all it was. And I mean I paid I got a lot of cash in and I paid every dime. I paid every dime to taxes. I kept everything straight, never did anything wrong. And then they let Clinton come into the country, become the president, and he let the Chinese come in, and he put everybody in the electronics business in California out of business. I mean, you just couldn't do business. I watched very wealthy men lose everything they had that had worked their whole life and were multi millionaires, and they lost it all. Mark Bosstein, hot tub weather at night. Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm getting ready to clean up the firewood pile out there so we can start having some fires. It's been too hot to have fires. 107 today. We've been melting. Where are you in Arizona? Got to be. Yeah. If commercials are running again at the end this evening, I don't. I have no control over those commercial things. I'm ready for a campfire. Yeah, me too. Oh no! Please get rid of Newsom and Kamala, a bunch of liars. Yeah. Well, they did a recall on him. They got rid of Gray Davis, but they figured out how to get around that. So once they got rid of him, then once they got another Gray Davis in there, which Newsom's 100 times worse. But yeah, the the thing is, I'm just going to say it. The Democrat politicians are are terrible, terrible. They don't love this country. They don't love the people in this country, and all they're trying to do is destroy us and this country. And if you vote for them, you're voting for yourself to be destroyed. So, I mean, when you see Kennedy and what's her name from Hawaii, her coming over, Tulsi Gabbard, and there's a bunch. Even the head of the legislature in California, she came and endorsed Trump. So, I mean, that'll tell you something. Of course, 88 corporation CEOs um, back, are backing Harris. So, but they're all into that DEI stuff. Oh no, please get rid of me. Let's see, we will win. I'm in Southern California. Yeah. Well, that's where I was born, raised, and grew up. And now I'm in Arkansas, and I'll never go. I got. I have no desires to go back. My 50th class reunion was not too long ago, and everybody wanted me to go, and I said, I'm not going. I'm not going back to. If you want me to go, then you need to get it out of California, which they weren't going to do, so I didn't go. I just got a quilting commercial. Well, see, you might have liked that, huh? Some commercials aren't too bad. I don't. Sometimes it says commercials are playing, but I don't see any playing right now. So I'm not sure I got this thing really set up. I just know how to get on here and talk for an hour, and then I get off. You want to come over here again? Come on. Everybody wants to see you. Come here. He's eating up all the treats tonight. Here, come on. Yep, it's right here. Yeah. Hello. Don't fall off of there. Turn around. There you go. Yep. I love Boston Terriers. You too, huh, Ron? You guys got anything to shoot at me? Tell me. Any RV news? I'll have something for next week on Class A living because as soon as I get done here, I'm gonna watch him, see what he's doing. It said he was going to be painting the outside of that motorhome. Better get some paint on it pretty quick because I mean he keeps sanding on it here and sanding on it there, and but when he goes to sand somewhere else at it, it starts rusting again. So that steel, when you pick that steel up, it's oily, and you wash that oil off, and man, I used to make parts for Harleys, and I bought cold roll steel, and man, when I get some of that stuff would be all rusty by the time because I had it bent and laser cut it, cut it, the parts and everything. By the time I got it all done, if I didn't get it chrome, man, it would just go to rust real quick. Why don't you stay there? I'm not going to give you any more treats. Yeah, so you're going to puke. You ate too much. Where is the rest of the cookies? What are you talking about? Come on, Jason, explain yourself. Adventures, yep. On Daryl Adventures, yep. Yeah, I put a thing. If you don't if you don't have a Boston, then you don't know, or something like that. I put on Facebook. I got a lot of thumbs up on that. But I've had a bunch of them. I've had a lot of Boston Terriers, and they all but one have been great dogs. One I had one. But she gave us a great three great puppies, man. So she was good for that. But she was, as far as a family pet, the only one she had anything to do with was Darla because she fed her. If Darla didn't feed her, she wouldn't have had anything to do with her. She was terrible. What are you doing back there? He's crawling around. Now he's back. You gonna come back up? Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come up here. You want up here? I gotta put a blanket on my lap. He won't come up unless I have a blanket. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I put the blanket on me. You better come up here. Come on. There he is. This is Spot. But he won't jump up here unless I have a blanket. No, he just wants more treats is what it is. Let's see. Our RV rebuild project is still ongoing. Haven't got a lot done to it in months, but now back on the project. Hopefully can have it back on the road by springtime. Awesome. That would be cool. You have it for next summer. Oh yeah, okay. Well, they're not cookies. They're little bony things. And then I got big ones. He likes the big ones, but he can't have that. He's had enough already with these little ones. No videos on the project rebuild, just pictures. Yeah. Are you on Facebook? Mount Laurel, are you on Facebook? You could put them on there. Then we could all see them. Put them on our Economic Refugee channel on Facebook page or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are getting off of Facebook, man. A lot. Used to, all my friends were all on it from back where I used to live, and most of them are off. There's a few people I still talk to, but most of them are off of there. They're great dogs, but hard-headed. Yeah, yeah, they want things their way. That's for sure. They like to rule the roost. They haven't quite figured out master and pet. He thinks he's the master, and I'm the pet. But I'm the one with the treats, and you're not. So who's the master now? But I love this doggy. He's a good boy. Tell you what, I went almost a year without a dog, and that's the longest I've gone in my life. And I just told Darla I'm getting another dog, so we got this guy. This guy right here. All you can see is his ears. He's right here. There he is. Right here. Mr. Nose. So anyway, I think I'm done politicking, and it's been about an hour. I started a little early, but I want to go watch Class A living. We'll all do it. We'll just wipe out his channel. Everybody go to it right away. No, not on Facebook. Oh boy. There's Darla. Darla's here now. DDK, that's Darla. Have you been here the whole time or no? She's not answering. Hey Dar, have you been on? Did you watch the whole live? No, didn't have reception where we were, but we're back at the house now. Okay. Yeah, I've been calling you every 5 minutes to see if you're there. I told the guys on here, here's how you get attention out of your wife when she thinks you're dead. She'll send your brother to find you. Okay, have a great night. Greetings to Darla. Yeah, everyone gets a chance to say hi to Darla, and then I'm going to close this thing out. So, and Maddie, you can say hi to Maddie, and Cage is right here. See Cage Star? He's been sitting up here most of the night, but kind of goofy. All right, well, I did the hour. Is everybody good? I thank you guys for watching, for hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you're if this is if you're not subscribed to us, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to us, and that's where I'm at. So you guys have a good one, and I don't know next week if Darla will be here, but maybe. So I got to quit giving him treats. Boy, he's got a stinker butt now. I see the tips of his ears. Yeah, he's down there now. See him over there. He's watching me. He's got his eyes staring at me. All right, guys, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.